Good morning. This morning we're going to do a little tutorial on how to make rice. Some of you have asked me if I would do that, and I'll be happy to show you how I do mine. And hopefully you can learn something today that'll suit your family and suit you. If you like instant rice and instant rice is working good for you, by all means continue to do that. But if you want to try to make good old homemade rice just from regular long grain rice like this, I have done it a million times, so over the course of just doing it and doing it and doing it, you'll be better and better and better at it. Okay, so we're going to start out today with just a regular pot. This is about a medium-sized sauce pot, if that's what you want to call it. And I'm going to make this a family-size serving. However, for me and Bobby, sometimes I cut this recipe in half and do it in a smaller boiler, and you know, that's plenty for us. But today, what I'm going to do, the first thing is I like to wash my rice. Now, washing it does two things. When it comes from the factory, a lot of times it's got a little bit of, you know, stuff in it like it's not desirable. Sometimes I'll find a black grain or, you know, a puff of husk or something in there. So that's one thing that it does. It cleans your rice. The second thing that it does is it gets some of the, I guess, the starches off from it. So that also helps to keep it from being so sticky. So we're going to do a 1 cup. This is a half a cup measure because that's what I use for me and Bobby most of the time. But we're going to do a 1 cup serving today of rice. Now, let me put this over here where you can see me at the sink, because what I normally do is I wash my rice about 3 or 4 times to get that starch off. And I want you to be able to see that as I'm doing it, okay? And I'm hoping that you're going to be able to do so. Let me pull this up just a little bit. Okay, when we come over here to the sink, cold water is what you want to use. And I just cover the rice in the cold water and I stir it around with my hands. And what this does is this gets out some of the dirt, if there's any in there, or the undesirable stuff, and it floats it to the top. Then what I do is I just tip it over and see all that white stuff coming off that starch. And I pour it out until almost all the water's gone and the kernels start falling down. Okay, I'm going to do that a second time. And you know, rice is a pretty cheap commodity, and you don't have to get the brand name. I use usually the store brand, whatever they've got on sale. That's the second time. I just always go for the long grain. Alright, this water's starting to get clearer and clearer. You'll see this as we go. I probably do this 4 times, so there's the 3rd time. See how clear it's getting now? And then there's the 4th time. And I think we'll be good after 4 times. Oh yeah. You can tell because the water's going to be clearer and clearer as you go. And there's a few little undesirable things that come floating out of there from washing it, and that's really a good thing. Okay. All right. So now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out our water in our rice. And for a cup of rice, you want to do 2 times the water. So, get my measuring cup. This is a 2-cup measure right here. So, I'm going to measure out 2 cups of water. And there's a little bit of water in there, but that's okay. Alright, so 2 cups of water. I'm going to pour that all over my rice here. As you can see, there's the rice. Now, what I'm going to do with this is we're going to put some salt in it. Now, I don't measure, so I just do kind of a little handful of salt. And that probably comes out to about a half a teaspoon. So we're going to put that in. Come on in, Eileen, I hear you. There comes Nene. Okay, I'm going to put my rice on to boil now. And what I'm going to do is put it on my back burner eye and turn it up high to start with, okay? Alright, we got our rice going, and when it gets to boiling, we're going to turn it down on low, just as low as we can get it. Then we're going to put our cover on it, and we're going to steep it on low on the back burner for about 20 minutes. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, what I wanted to do is show you how my rice is boiling here. See if you can see that. See how that's boiling? What we're going to do is we're going to stir that up really good, getting that salt incorporated in there, and we're stirring it up while it's boiling. I usually let it do a little roll like that for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. And then this is when we turn down the heat and we put the lid on it to help steam it. But I wanted to show y'all that because that's a very important part of making good, non-sticky, traditional rice. Okay, be back in a minute.